What's good, it's your girl Iris, and I'm back at it again with a back at it again. You feel me? I hope you feel me. Because I could get a little weird, but I could also get real serious. Okay. So we're going to get right into it. I just want to acknowledge my father. Oh, but wait. I'm going to acknowledge my father, my mother. Not wait. I'm going to acknowledge them. My Father Almighty, Mother Gaia, my spirit guides, my holy angels. Oh, child. What's up with this thing here? Yo, the dragon is dragoning today. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you right now. The dragon don't got... The dragon does not discriminate. Tell you no lies. Okay? The dragon does not discriminate. Okay? Um... 1:11 on the clock. I remember I used to call my mother the dragon when she would like be woken up out of her sleep. And she would come out like ravaging the house, like ready for blood, ready for blood. This is what I'm getting here. Back up while you're okay. Back up while your spirit team is handling somebody. That's for somebody. You need to back up. Let them do their thing. But I just want to acknowledge my Father Almighty, my Mother Gaia, my spirit team, the divine, my ancestors, my angels, ancestors closest to the sun. Please assist us in this reading. Allow this reading to be for clarity. Archangel Michael, please protect us. Archangel Gabriel, please protect these readings, these messages. Allow this reading to be for our higher self. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And that is it. That is all. Something about money. Somebody's gonna come to a lump sum of money. It might not be nothing too grand, but it's going to be exactly what you need. I'm getting this energy of a boy. He likes blue and black. And something about somebody's ancestors wanting more out of a situation. This is very interesting. It's very interesting messages here. So let's see what's going on. And let's see what's good. If it resonates so far, hit that like button. If you would like the next reading to resonate, hit that like button. Let me know how it resonates in the comment section below. And subscribe if you haven't. I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all again. Okay. All right. We're going to see what's good with the what's good. Stay committed to your journey. We keep seeing that come out. Practice acceptance. Letting go, surrender, peace, forgiveness. Okay. Avoidance. Face what you fear, for avoidance is but a temporary refuge. So what I'm getting is like, some of you may have had like a purpose, or you feel like part of your purpose was meeting people that were avoidant. And you're finally coming into the realization that this could end up being you as well. But you have foresight. You have inner peace. You could find it. You have faith that could bring inner peace. Yeah. So this kind of brought you to understand people a little bit more. Like, somebody hurting you isn't okay, but it allows you to understand what kind of motive or mindset that they were working in. So that's good. You realize there's codependency in that spirit. And it's interesting how you've separated your dark from your light. Like, you've placed them directly where they need to be at. Because even the way I put up these cards, there's 6 cards here, and the 3 I put strategically by accident, mind you, me by accident, strategically by spirit, put them all together. And the other side is all together, and it's advice. Advice, shadow work. Shadow work, advice. Integration. You know, this is the first time I'm seeing that word on this, and my last reading was about integration. Faith, growth, letting go, surrender is what I'm seeing in integration. Find balance in your masculine and your feminine energy. Practice acceptance. Stay committed to your journey. So we're going to get into this. Resistance. Go with the flow and be open to life's challenges or changes. So I saw challenges in my mind's eye. How are you going to see what's good with the what's good? Okay. Let's see what it is. Spirit. What are the messages for the collective? Thank you. Yay. Queen of Cups. Somebody is definitely finding themselves and is loving it. Whoa. Golly. Nah, I saw that in the upright. I saw it in the upright. Okay. So I'm getting like, because you're such a like loving and understanding person, you definitely give people chances to hang themselves. And that's beautiful. Yeah. You allow people to hang themselves. You allow people to come in and you act like you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You act like you don't have a thesis on what could happen in the future between you and this individual, whether it's a friendship, whether it's job, or whatever. You could see right through the situation before it even becomes a thing. Right? But you allow it to play its course. It's almost like you're allowing spirit to put you through these things so you can learn a little bit more about the human psyche, because everybody is different. Or maybe you're being asked to do that. Maybe you're being told like that is why you keep dealing with certain situations, is because there's more about the human psyche that you could use in your teaching or in your understanding, in your learning, in your spiritual academics. What else? I'm feeling like a confidence about you. The Emperor. Wow, 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 baby. 7 of Wands. So you feel like you know when is the right time to let go of somebody or something, even though you know it's not sufficient for you. I feel like I did hear something like that. But we're going to keep moving. With the Emperor and the 7 of Wands, you defend everything that you know and own. It's like, it's giving me like somebody that walks into a lion's den willfully, but is fully equipped and prepared with no fear. Like you might get like an inkling of like a uncomfortable feeling, but that feeling is just to help you navigate who you're dealing with. That feeling allows you to confirm your intuition. Wow. Okay. This Page of Swords just... Alright, I'm going to just take you out because you're just pushing to get out the deck. And I just see you. And, you know, this is just what we're going to do. I just thought of somebody. Page of Wands flew out, but it fell in the reverse. There's you could tell when somebody is like spitting bullshit. Like you could tell when somebody's just spitting a big game. With the Page of Wands in reverse, it's like it's giving me, and it's like went right over the Page of Swords. Like this is giving me somebody that's just like obviously immature, but like comes to you with like you really think that they know what they're doing, they know what they're saying, but they really like, if you pay close attention, they're really not on the same level as you. Like if you pay close attention, you could tell when somebody is fully immersed in, or you test them. Like your intuition is telling you like, yeah, this person might not mean you any good. But you're like, okay. I'm gonna let them hang themselves. Oh, I see. I see that they are possibly very malicious or manipulative, or, oh, that's the stuff that I've seen somebody else do before. That way of talking, that way of manipulation. You could tell when manipulation is there, especially when it's immature. Because, I mean, really, a mature person is going to see who you are, and they're not going to be able to infiltrate your defenses. Because male or female, you're the emperor. 4 of Cups. All right, let's pull this out. What's this 4 of Cups? Oh, 6 of Cups. Can I get some more? A little bit more in that. Oh, child, the devil came flying out. Oh. Be careful of people from your past that you know. It don't matter if somebody comes in with like a brand new like personality or a brand new way of thinking or stuff like that. You're the type of person that somebody can't just betray. Like there's a threshold. Like somebody can't just betray you and then come back later. I don't care if it's 20 years later. There's things that Spirit sees that you don't see. And whoever, I'm going to just say, if there's somebody here that's allowing somebody from their past, I don't care if it was just a fling, and you know they did you wrong and you letting them in, be careful. Just be careful. But definitely a no for past relationships, even friendships. You know, you could probably get away a little bit more with a friendship, but If you're a sensitive individual and, you know, you're opening up your body and your mind to people, you know, you're expressing who you are, you're opening up to people. Those are the type of people that you want to actually like be on your level. You know what I'm saying? Friends come and go, acquaintances come and go. I mean, you're not always bound to have a friend that's close enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all the time. But when it comes to relationships, like when you're like in a relationship, like, you know, like an actual like love dynamic or something, that could latch on to you a bit more than actual friendship. That's why Source is very particular when it comes to relationships. Because another thing with the masculine and the feminine becoming one, that's like, you know, it's actually interesting. My friend sent me something about this morning. When a masculine and a feminine become one, they become a force to be reckoned with. So that's why it's really important who you choose. Because you could be leaving a place void and full of chaos. What else? Wow. What's this? Okay. So like the last reading, Spirit is telling you to sit back and relax. No dating right now, please. Yeah, because you don't realize there's people that are coming. There's people that, you know, are admiring you for what you have, but they don't know who you are for real. Wow. There's people admiring what you have, but they don't really know you. It's very interesting. This is a very interesting read, bro. And I think this is what was very like monumental, because you might not have felt like a tower happened in your life, but just off of you realizing things that you never would realize back before you ascended, the things that you would like pass up or like not recognize or not really like pay attention to, these are things that you're playing with now. Like, you know the controls, you know the buttons, and you're like learning new buttons and controls. But you're taking it serious because you're trying to learn the whole dash, the whole keyboard, the whole control system of a dynamic, like of a programming. Like, no matter what somebody presents to you. Let me see. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. I think the whole point of this tower is for you to step into who you truly are supposed to be in order to be the person that you're supposed to be for the person that you want. All right. And there's certain things, that's why people go through certain things to learn certain lessons, and sometimes they don't make any sense to the natural mind, but when you look back at it, that's why people be like, oh, I'm glad I went through that. Even though it sucked, I'm glad I went through that, because now I see this, now I see that. And I feel like that's what's going on here. Like, you're starting to realize, if I didn't go through that situation, I probably would not have seen my worth in this type of way. And in turn, now I see the type of person that I do deserve in my life. Yeah. You're starting to realize that, wow, that's a new life. And I'm going to step into that. That's a new realm of, yeah, it's been there for people who recognize their worth, but who really raised me? You know? When I sit back and think, who really truly raised me in my mind and my soul, it's been Source and my guides this whole time. But Source and my guides will not force themselves in my life. So because I notice all this stuff is going on, I know what I need to do now. I know what I've been accepting before, and the type of mindset that I had that was okay with the things that I accepted, was not even seeing the problem with the things I accepted because of the things that I was around growing up. It made it seem like it was okay. But you worked your way out of that. You worked your way out of that. For sure. Wow. This card just wants to come up. Yeah. You worked your way out of that. Now nobody could really like steer you all the way wrong. Like the only thing that you might bring to yourself is some kind of discomfort. But nobody could really bring you to the point that like you're sticking in a situation for so long in abuse. And your protection is on point. So nobody could really sit there and say like, oh, the spell work I did on them worked. Whoa. Exactly. Well, spell work. I was thinking love spell when I said that and the Lovers came out. But this is also giving me like, this is the type of person that you're coming into. You're embodying the Lovers energy because now you have that momentum of this is who and what it should be like for real, like honestly. And you're starting to realize like, dang, like even though I did see red flags before, even though I did deal with a lot of things before, now it's just so much more evident and like it's like a part of my DNA now. Wow, the sun at the bottom of the deck in the world. Oh my goodness. You're in a whole new world. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. Okay. New fantastic point of view. 8 of Cups. You worked for this. And you're seeing what all that emotional strain and all that stuff that you was going through, like you seeing what it's paying up. Wait, what is paying up? What is paying off for? And the tests are going to keep coming until it's just like you're a master. That's it. We're going to switch the decks and we're going to see what's good with the what's good in this deck. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit. Please guide us in this deck. What are the messages for the collective? Hold on. See, I never was really much of a sage person because it definitely is a lot. To inhale. This is some good sage right here. I got this from 5 and Below too, guys. Don't sleep on 5 and Below now. I think blowing on it is what makes it. Dang, you just burning holes in all my stuff now. Yo, chill, bro. I need to learn how to deal with sage. That's my thing right now. Hey, stuff is powerful, man. Maybe it took me too long to get it. I don't know. Yo, I'm thinking of like what, like religion. Lord, take it away. Take, Lord Jesus, Jesus, take it away, please. All right, let's see what's in this deck. Dang, I'm glad this is mine. Burning holes and everything. Oh. All right, Six of Wands. You got the victory in this whole situation. You know, oh my God, you changed your own life. Yeah, Queen of Wands, bro. Whoa. Dang, Ace of Swords at the Yo. You changed your life. And granted, we all have our little bumps in the road, you know? We all have that moment where like, okay, we're winning, we're winning, we're winning. But like, why do I feel down? Like, why do I feel out? Why do I feel like I'm not as important as I say I am, as people say I am? Like, why don't I feel like that, bitch? And then like you turn around and you're like, yeah, but I really am though. I really am that. I really am that. Like, I thought I put everything in the upright before. To be honest with you. I really thought I had everything in the upright. Maybe I just shuffled it back. Oh, it is what it is. Because everything else came in the upright. You got the Six of Wands in the upright. You got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. You got the Queen of Wands in the upright. And all taking that to the grave with the Ace of Swords. That is the dang truth. You got clarity. You got understanding. You, like, nobody is perfect. Nobody's gonna be perfect. Like, let's not act like we could ever be perfect in anything that we do, right? But like, bro, you did your thing. And that's why you need a lot of protection at this moment, because you're probably going through upgrades right now. Some of y'all are going through upgrades. Not all of y'all right now, because some of y'all are still holding on to certain things that you need to let go of. And as long as you're holding on to that, you're not letting go to hold on to something else. Like as long as that grip is there, like whatever you're looking, whatever you want is so far away, and you're holding on. It's like being in the water and like you want to get to the other side, but you're holding on to the pole because you're afraid of drowning. Damn. That's for somebody. Yeah, Ten of Wands at the bottom. Like you're holding on to something that's burdensome, and that's why it's like two different people in this collective right now. There's somebody that like wants to hold on to like things that make them feel good, people that used to make them feel good, or you know what I'm saying, like an idea of life. What is that? Ace of Wands. Be careful manifesting something that you don't truly want. Ten of Swords. Yeah, bro. Okay. What you truly want is a Ten of Cups. But your negativity could give you the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Everything is beautiful and happy on the Ace of Swords side. On the Ace of Wands side, y'all got Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. So just, just keep doing the right thing, make sure that you're headed towards success, not towards indulgences. Like, you could have an indulgence. You could have, like, you know what I'm saying? You could want somebody in your life. You could want to drink once in a while. You could want to smoke once in a while. You could want to eat junk once in a while. But if you overdo these things, you won't have any kind of success, no matter in any part of your life. You know what I'm saying? You could be a little bit messy, but like try to keep your area clean. Like, these are things that really set you up for your energy to be ready for abundant energy. If you are not setting yourself up or being disciplined in certain aspects, you won't be able to harness the energy that comes with abundance. It's a grand energy. You have abundance at the level that you have right now, but when you want more, you have to do more. When you want more, you have to present that you can hold more. Okay? You have to present that you can hold more. What's more about that? So we could close out. I don't want to make these readings too long because they take too long to upload. Let me know if you want longer ones. Yeah, strength. With judgment at the bottom. You want more, you got to do more. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Do it now is what it says. Rapid events, direct action. With the strength, inner strength, bravery, compassion. And with the judgment, reflection, reckoning, awakening, spiritual calling. You want more, you have to set yourself up to be ready for that more. And if you're still doing the same things that you knew was not much of it was not as efficient as you would have wanted it to be. Like say for example, you cut off a couple people in your life and for a specific reason. But then new people come into your life and they're basically like the same thing, but you're just like, oh, they're new people, so I'm gonna give them a different chance. And you start to realize like, no, those people are kind of like the same problem, just dressed up differently, right? That's what happens when you don't integrate your new self into the new world that you have walked into, right? You're already successful, you walked into it, but it's like I say, when you work out and you get muscle, you got to maintain that muscle. All right, you did the work, you got the victory, you got to maintain that victory. So 32:23 on the clock when I said that. So once you get into that energy consistently, indefinitely, like this is who you are, you will maintain. That's when you start seeing. That's when the magic starts coming. That's when the miracles start coming in. But if you do not have that consistency of maintaining that victory, you cannot be trusted with more. So whatever little victories that you have, if you don't sit and maintain those victories with, how do you maintain these victories? Let's see. Let's do that real quick. Because I kind of have an idea, like intuitively, how to maintain the victory, but I want to be able to put it in plain terms. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to take nothing in reverse, but if it's meant to come out, it's meant to come out. Yeah. How do you maintain this victory? How do we explain to the collective spirit? How do they maintain this victory organically, authentically? Get some more. Okay. So, recognize when there's people around you that are trying to gain either off your energy, off your finances, and be realistic about it too. Like, everybody wants better in life. Everybody wants a partner they could do more with. Whether it's friend, family member, lover. But you need to hone in on the logic of what certain people are bringing. Test the spirit of each person. Recognize the little inklings of, toxicity, whatever somebody puts outward is what's inward. That's why I always tell people, like, I only trust somebody once I've seen and accepted and been okay with their most angriest side. Then and only then will I trust that person. Hold on. I was led to pull, because my dragons are definitely speaking to somebody today. I'm still getting to know my dragons. Betrayal. Yeah, so there was a betrayal that, isolation. So this betrayal and this isolation definitely built you up to know the difference, because like you stuck with yourself and your spirit team. You grow to like stick with them and understand them. Judgment came out again. And you could see when you're gonna like fall into something that's unfair, no balance, you don't want to make any more bad decisions on, insecure, violent, deceitful, selfish, neurotic, immature people. Like, you can't have those kind of connections in your life. And I think that's what's going on here. Like, you're putting a dead issue to that. Like, that all that is a dead issue. Like, it's done. And it's so interesting how, like, normally I'm like, like, something about the throat chakra is significant. Something about the throat chakra is significant. Make sure that you are eating well. The moon. I'm hearing that you've been being told to eat better and you're refusing. So in turn, now it'll be wise if I'm seeing herbal supplements. So take herbal supplements. I just didn't want to be biased because I seen that earlier. But like, somebody needs to start taking herbal supplements, like, for real. Like, for real. And this is the longest I've ever seen a sage go for too, bro. Like, this joint is just going and going and going and going. I don't even know how to put it out. Sorry, y'all. I'm learning my tools. I mean, I've used sage before, but it's been a while. Because, like, it's like a lot of smoke for me. I mean, I used to be a smoker, but it just does a lot. All right. What is this, moon? Sorry, spirit. So the Four Cups came in the reverse, but I seen it in the upright in my mind. But it's the same thing what I'm getting with the moon. Like, it's almost like a double mind, but not really. It's like the duality. Yeah. There's a duality about you. maybe it's a good thing that you keep them balanced. Because even though like one side of you does make bad decisions, the other side of you is regulating the outcome of those bad decisions. And in turn, that ends up like, some of y'all need to be able to know what's good for you and act on it though. Like, don't just let things fester, because there is a lot of like energy vampires, and if you don't know how to really protect yourself, you shouldn't be playing around with things that you don't know. I mean, you're protected regardless, but you know, nobody wants to stump their toe on shit, and that's what you initially would be doing. Like, don't walk around a bunch of poles with, sandals on. Like you're clumsy. You just banking corners and expecting not to hit anything with your pinky toe, Like, that's the kind of energy it's giving. Like, better just do better. Even though you're protected, don't play with fire now. Yeah, don't play. Don't play with fire. Put a depth to the things that you need to put a depth to. Because you remember what it put you through, so why would you play around with demonic forces, Like, I feel like right now it's kind of like that period is only supposed to be like quick in and out for you to recognize one more thing, not for it to be a thing that you do, but yeah, like, you have to boss up in a sense where when you're a boss, you don't allow certain things to happen, and you're not nice about it either. You're stern. You put your foot down. If anybody got a problem with it, you're not being disrespectful. Let them have a fucking problem with it. Period. Who cares what people feel? And at the end of the day, you care what people feel regardless of whatever any situation be like. But when it comes to you, you need to put yourself first, respectfully. Oh, but this person, like, they might be cool, they might be nice, yeah, but you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're susceptible. Like, maybe you're just not at that point where you could be playing around with fire like that. Or even if you are, like, to have that self-awareness where it's just like, okay, yeah, this really ain't for me. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say like somebody comes into your life and you're not really like into them fully, but they keep pushing. But you love that attention. You know what I'm saying? Spirit saying, no, fuck the attention. You're entertaining demons. And they want you to realize and see the difference. That's why they allow it to come into your vicinity. But the more that you don't act on the fact that you recognize who they are, the fact that you're not acting on it, but you recognize who they are, that puts you on a mini loop. It puts you on a loop. And then eventually, when you're in the loop too much, you're opening up portals. And you don't realize that, like, your thoughts are very, very powerful. Like, you could create, I'm hearing dimensions. You could create a lot with your mind alone. You could affect what's happening in certain dimensions. Thank you. See, I don't know too much about that, but that was channeled. Okay. All right. One more card and we're going to close out. I say one more card. They gave me 3. All right. That's it then. Yeah. You're determined to get rid of these things. And you're doing a great job. Spirit's just warning you that don't play with fire for too long. That's it. Like, you see it for what it is. Don't let nobody get too close to your pentacles. And don't let nobody even get close to your sword. Because it's time. It's time to let that go and actually recognize who you are. Not even your worth. Who the fuck you are. You are a queen, a majestic, divine being. Okay? And the royalty that you see a queen have, just picture an amazing, even an ebony queen with gold and glossy skin. You think that if you was a spirit guide to somebody so beautiful and elegant and powerful, you would allow a bum or like some low life person to try to slither their way in and hook their claws into that beautiful thing, that beautiful creature? That's what you would allow as a guide? Like, really think about that. You wouldn't allow that. You would not be cool with that. If you was a guide, if you was a spirit guide, you'd be chopping necks off. You'd be chopping off necks. Just off of underlying intentions. People coming around for something in return. Acting like they're one way when they're really not. Pretending like they're your friend when they're really not. When all they want is attention. When all they want is validation. All they want is money and the feeling of abundance. That's all they want. And that's what you come with naturally. Don't let people just come around and take that. That stuff was work. You worked hard for that. You're not going to get casting your pearls to the swine. We're not doing that. Unless these people are really working on themselves, you would know. You would know. It wouldn't be a question. There wouldn't be oh, let me see. No, you would know. You have intuition. You have gifts for a reason to protect yourself, to judge others. You're trusted to judge others. See, this is why I don't like making my readings short, because like it gets deep. It gets real deep. You were trusted to judge others. So you cannot be like others. You cannot stand with others. You cannot. You are a judge. You're a judge. You're a judge. You're a judge. A judge does not sit around with the inmates and play checkers. No. Sorry, but no. You know who the fuck you are, man. Get up. Stand up. Because you're amazing, bro. What I'm channeling right now, the person that I'm channeling right now, bro, you are dope as fuck, bro. Stop letting these freaking cockroaches come around you, bro. If they gonna come around, they gonna learn something at least. And that's all. Because they're not meant to stay. Teach them a motherfucking thing or two and keep it pushing. Quickly. And we seen the 8 of Wands coming out. Do it now. Do it quickly. At direct action. Or you want to come into my vicinity and you see that I'm in a higher level than you. The nerve of you. Okay. Let's learn today. Let's find out that I am at a caliber that you are not even touching or even trying to touch or even close to, my guy. But there's also a humility to be held as well. Because when it comes down to it and somebody comes masked, if you fall too deeply into that confidence, somebody could come to you masked as a test as well. But I do feel like you would know. Just stay in control of yourself and there'll be no issues here. I mean, there's no issue. There's no karma waiting for you around the corner. But what I'm saying is, do not get too much in your head, because you could definitely get in your head with the amount of power and amazingness. You don't even know who you are for real, for real. Sometimes I feel like you know who you are. And I say sometimes but there's somebody here that knows who they are, but they haven't really stepped into who they really are. And like, bro, just start searching. Just start, like, you know, when you have questions about certain things, just look for answers, bro. Because, like, you're a certain being that's, like, very rare. And, like, I wish that you was around me and my friend and be my friend. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just rare. You know? Okay. That's funny because I keep thinking about my friend throughout this reading. Okay, so I don't know who this reading is for, but if this resonates, let me know by hitting that like button and letting me know how it resonates in the comment section below. And until next time, personal readings are also open. My information is in the description box below. If the pricing is too high, let me know. We could definitely talk about it, you know, because I know some people is like, it's you know, it's rough out here. You know, I'm going through things financially myself, so I understand how it feels. Like, you want a reading, but you don't have much bread to put out there. You know, you could also just like and comment, and I could tap into your energy a bit more too. So, with that being said, later.